And welcome to this Tuesday edition of Newsmax Now. It's great to have you with us.
It sure is. Today on the presidential campaign trail, the New York primary. It is the first time it's really ever mattered for the GOP, at least in a long time. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are expected to dominate their respective races. They are the only candidates even holding their results watch parties in New York tonight. Now, Nate Silver's 538 projects that Trump has a greater than 99% chance of winning tonight, while he says Clinton has a 98% chance of winning. But two questions remain. By how much will each candidate win, and will it be enough to calm the concerns of their respective campaigns? As for the delegates, Hillary Clinton is in the lead with the Democrats. She has 1,758, 2,383 are needed to win. She's followed by Bernie Sanders. He has 1,076. Now, Trump leads the Republican nomination process with 744 delegates. Ted Cruz is in second place with 559, and John Kasich has 144. Now, a contested convention would mean that nobody got the 1237 before or on the first ballot, and that looks increasingly likely. Now, after New York, Connecticut, Maryland, and Pennsylvania will hold their primaries. Bernie Sanders and Ted Cruz, as well as John Kasich, have already moved on to Pennsylvania today, all campaigning there. Sanders and Cruz are holding their New York primary parties in the Keystone State, perhaps a strong sign that neither is expecting a big upset in New York. And for more on this, let's welcome in Newsmax's chief Washington correspondent, John Gizzi, who is on the ground there in New York, and he was with us here yesterday. He's been getting around. John, great to see you. The question is...
Great to be here.
It's great to have you back. Now, the question is, we do expect Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton to win by a pretty big margin tonight. Will they exceed expectations?
No. I think Hillary Clinton will win in single digits, simply because Bernie Sanders has been exciting and activating the grassroots left-of-center elements within the Democratic Party. These are the people who stuff envelopes, walk from door to door, and I saw them at work in Iowa fighting Hillary Clinton to a photo finish, and in New Hampshire pulling off an easy win. I don't think it's enough to defeat the former Secretary of State in her former adopted home state where she served as U.S. Senator, but it will be enough to keep the race going and make it interesting. As for Donald Trump, he's the Big Apple's favorite son, no doubt about it, but that son is considered a little errant by some who will vote in the Republican primary. Governor Kasich got a lot of endorsements in the last couple of weeks, was drawing large crowds at his town meetings. I think that you'll see if he comes in second over Ted Cruz, it will give him some momentum going into Pennsylvania, which he desperately needs a strong showing to keep his candidacy alive.
I know we'll be hearing about Keys Rock, Pennsylvania, the place where John Kasich was born, a lot over the next week. As I mentioned, he's moved on there. Is that going to be the biggest surprise potentially tonight, John, if John Kasich can finish ahead of Ted Cruz?
I think so. And again, I think if you saw Ted Cruz's performance at the Republican dinner that featured all three candidates about a week ago, there was barely polite applause and much talking during his remarks. That comment about New York values really did sting the Texas senator. I might add that Dr. Herb London of the London Institute, a respected conservative who supports Ted Cruz, told his people, do not say New York values, say New York Times values, and he was upset they didn't listen. Senator Cruz may be paying the price for that tonight.
Yeah, that one word, Times, makes a big difference. John Gizzi, we look forward to catching more of your reports tonight throughout the evening here on Newsmax TV. Thanks so much.
Lot to report. Thank you, John.
Yeah, lots to talk about. All right, don't forget that coverage starts tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Live coverage, ballots close at 9. Stay tuned.